Hey guys, Abby here. I am here to do it's not like an updated foundation routine because I don't do this every single day, but this is going to be a more dewy, like glowy foundation look than what I normally wear. Um, okay, the steps you always want to take before you do anything with your face is I always put EOS, I put lemon on my lips, and I sanitize my hands. This is just a Bath & Body Works pocket bag, so just use any hand sanitizer you favor, and then we will get right into it. I'm going to be using powder, or not powder, sorry, moisturizer. I'm going to take about that much moisturizer and spread it onto my face. Into the neck. And I want to make sure that I get my dry areas very well. Okay, and then we will be putting on primer. And I use Hard Candy Sheer MB primer. Just put it on the back of my hand. A little too much, but you just want to blend it in nicely. I focus a little bit more product, again, on the areas that I am most dry, which are right between my eyebrows, my nose, and right here on my cheeks. I also can have some dry spots right here on my chin. It's really weird. I have dry skin, but I have acne-prone skin, so it's a little harder for me because I don't want to moisturize too much and keep getting those breakouts, but that's neither here nor there. So what foundation I've been using to get a very good dewy look is the Photo Ready from Revlon, and I'm in number 2 Vanilla. I just take this onto, I chew about 1.5 pumps at first, and then I just take my regular method, stippling brush, and start stippling it on my face. Okay, now that I have done my foundation, I always take my flat top powder brush from e.l.f. Studio line and just buff and make sure that I have no lines. And I always clean my stippling brush right after I use it, because I find if I don't do it right after, especially using the Revlon foundations, it's prone to stay in the fibers longer, so I clean it right away. So always have a towel by you or something. That's a suggestion to keep your stippling brushes lasting longer. I find that if I usually have been doing my foundation after my concealer, but I really find that if I do it before, I don't use as much foundation, so I'm going to be using Glamoflash Heavy Duty Concealer from Hard Candy, and you just want to take like that much. If you can see it, you only need teeny tiny, like a rice size amount, dry rice size amount. And I hardly ever use concealer brushes because I feel like they just take some of the product away from the area that needs it. So I always use my fingers. There are very little times that I ever use a concealer brush for concealer. But I put it around my nose and right under my nose because I have some redness there. And just any areas that you find to have more redness. I have like a red stripe right here. I hate it on my face, so I always put a little extra concealer there. On my cheeks and between my eyebrows down. And you know, in the corners of your mouth, I really do use a lot less concealer when I do it like that. And just kind of dab lightly and blend out with the brush. Lightly. Just to get the edges. Okay, and then my under eye concealer has been the same. The e.l.f. under eye concealer and highlighter from the Studio line. Just stamp a little bit under my eyes. You know, there may be a better under eye concealer. I just haven't ventured that route of trying anything else. Okay, so I always take a big fluffy brush. This is like an eyeshadow brush, whatever. I've been lately using the NYC Smooth Skin Loose Powder in Translucent for doing my under eyes. Just setting it. Okay, so I really like have an involved powder routine. Lately what I've been doing is I use this Physicians Formula Pebbles, so illuminating and what do you call it? Pebbles, illuminating and correcting pebbles. I just buff it onto the redder areas of my face. Next, powder-wise, I take the Sigma Large Powder F20 brush, and I take my MAC MSF Natural, and I just powder my face like normal, patting so I get a little extra coverage. And then just take a final sweeping and just spread it softly. And just to give powder-wise an extra shiny finish, I've been using the Physicians Formula Translucent Face Powder on my Tapered Face F25 from Sigma. Just swirling it around on the brush and taking it to my cheeks. Right above my eyebrows, down my nose, and just kind of giving a little bit more of a dewy and glowy look. So then now to contour, I'm taking my 28 Neutral palette from Coastal Scents, and I am taking my MAC 109 face brush, and I am going to be going into this shade right here. It is a matte, like tan color, and I'm just going to contour with that color. It is just a very soft contour, nothing too harsh or dark with this glowy look, but I do want to contour because I do have, you know, a rounded face and larger cheeks. So I also take a bit above my brows, and this is such a light color, you can just kind of, you don't have to worry about it being too heavy. and the 109 blends it out nicely. And then lately, with this look, I have been using, I never really liked the e.l.f. Gotta Glow Studio Line Blush, but here lately I've really been liking it as a highlight. So I take my tapered highlighter from Sigma, the F35, and just take a little bit. This is very fallout prone, but I just highlight the tops of my cheekbones. And a little down at my nose, and a little in my cupid's bow. Just gives it a nice glowy finish. And then for cheeks, with this look, I have been favoring using the NYX Cream Blush in Rose Petal with another Sigma brush. Again, I love these brushes. The Dual Fiber Powder Blush Brush, the F15. It's just a dual fiber blush brush. And I take this first and add this to my cheeks, all the way back to my hairline, not taking it too far down on the apples of my cheeks. I've been really liking using this method instead of putting it in my apples. And then to set it and finish it off, I use the MAC Instant Chic Powder Blush. This is a sheer tone. And I just take any blush brush. I'm going to use my angled brush from Walmart. And I just put it over top where I put that NYX Cream Blush. Just to give it, to set it, and also to bring out the pink tones more. This is such a great blush. I'm so glad I found it at CCO. Okay, that is the final look. Part 2 will be the simple eye look and finishing the lips. So stay tuned for part 2. Bye guys.